today I thought it would be interesting to go into outside and to talk about a very ancient technique that dates back to 14,000 BCE, and that is particularly clay. Clay was used to make pottery, and in course of modern use, it's used in multiple other things like paper and even chemical filtering. And I thought about showing how we could find clay and how it's all would be made. As you can see here, most of the clay would be impressed by like dirt, by different types of items. This is by tire tracks based around a tractor, and I'm going to take little bits of it, but as you can tell, it has a lot of hay in it. But I will probably try to filter it out and get rid of all the parts out of it. So let's get to that. Got a little bit of a zip on my bag. So we're gonna first of all, I'm gonna actually look at it and see if it can be molded, which this one can be, as you can tell. All right, I'm gonna put it in here and grab a couple more. This is also some clay right here. It's actually a lot more wetter, and so I'm gonna collect some of this as well, and it may be better clay than the one we actually have. And I will also go down to the creek and show other types. So this is my creek, and usually sometimes the clay will be around here. And look over here, I think I found some right here particularly. Don't worry about the cow. The cow's just wondering who I am. So as you can tell here, this is definitely clay, as it holds its shape. Let me see if I can flex you. Right here. Hopefully you can see me. Hopefully this works. We're trying to now get some of this into its bag. There we go. Now the next type of clay is very hard to actually find, probably because of all this rock that's here because of excavating. Because this is a man-made creek. This is not a natural made one, I don't believe. Or at least some of it may be natural and the other half of it is probably not. But usually you can find the other type, and the other type is also usually near rivers and so on. But I don't think I see any, which that kind of sucks because I was hoping to show everybody. I may try to go look around and see if I can find it. Would you look at that? I ended up finding some near our road. Usually they have cracks in the ground, and I think this is because either they're getting dry or something. I may have to learn more about this, but I know this is a type of clay. Usually you can get it just like this. There we go. And you can grab it like that. And let's see if it can mold. Well, it's hard to do it in one hand. But yeah, it's molding together. There we go. There's some clay. Alright, so I'm just going to collect some of this and put it into the bag. We have found different types of clays, and there it is, our whole bag. We are going to now, I'm going to go find a place, and I'm going to look at each one, take the different certain impurities like string and hair, different like strings or hairs or anything like hay, and and see, and of course rocks as well. And then I will and then I will show a process. It's called wet process to then make this clay into, well, what we know as clay. Okay, I have some water here and our samples right here, and we're going to now put them together and see what they end up looking like after this. Now I am going to tell you a simple thing. This isn't just going to make clay. We have to mix it, and then after we start mixing it, we have to go through the drying process, and that's re-drying it. Prehistoric people may have had something similar to this, where they take it from river water or something and put it into an item and then stir it around and then, you know, so on, and dry slabs particularly. So let's put some water in here and see if this is enough. So we now have it all right here, and now we can just start mixing each of these parts, and if we need more water, we have more water, and then we just continue doing this until it all kind of settles and we get all the clay that we need into it. I will be scooping some parts out, because if there is more hay and so on, then I'll find it, and all the gunky stuff like the rocks and stuff, they will all like settle down below, and this will become, well, pure clay. So I will get mixing to it, and yeah, I'll see you guys later. See you guys later when we get to the more drying process. So as you can see, it is now just turned into liquids. Now all I really need to do is go in here and sieve out anything like impurities that could be an issue, like those, and just keep doing that. So right now we got some small impurities like that, and also this, whatever that is. So we don't have very much now, but it's right now working out, and we're going to put this cotton bag into this bucket here. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna put this here. I didn't use anything much into this. I don't know what that was. Alright. Getting what we can. Now you're gonna start seeing. I'm gonna also look at it. You're gonna see stuff on, yep, right there on the bottom of it. There is gonna be some stuff in here. Oh, now we got it. And we're gonna follow. You're gonna follow me, and we're going to dry it out. I'm gonna fix that that gunky stuff right in the bottom. I didn't sieve it very well, but hey, this is the very first time that we're doing this. Maybe we can do better next time. I use this one with this. Now this is cotton, and particularly it will dry out, and hopefully that will get what I can get out. I actually may I don't know, maybe I may end up actually just probably putting this into the bucket again and wait until it dries out and then putting it right back on. But hey, at least we got something what they probably would do. So after waiting for this to dry, it seemed to have still some more stuff in it. I guess I didn't string this out. Not the greatest. I think this is just Missouri soil and how it operates. But what's surprising about it is that it does mold together. Now, I think I'm going to try to knead this together, and which is the next process. And then the next process after kneading it together we're going to use this. We're gonna put sand into it because it needs to be 20% a different thing. I think it's like something I think it's like non-metal or something. I may find the word after kneading this. So I'm gonna get to kneading it. So we're going to work it out. The Sumerians used to use clay to then make their writing known as cuneiform, showing that it dates back quite a long ways. And I wouldn't be surprised if one of them wrote, "Like and subscribe this video if you want to see more." Okay, looks like we got ourselves a little bit of a knead ball. Now, the next part of this, other than like, you know, our piece of clay, is that we got to put something else into it. And another thing we have to put into it is sand. So I'm going to go pick up some sand and put it in there and knead it all together a little bit more. And then we'll have a piece of actual clay. And yeah, and we're now literally being part of history. I am going to leave this outside for a little bit longer after I put the sand into it, just so it can, you know, get hardened a little bit more, and then I can knead it a little bit. But this was a really cool project. I hope you guys loved watching this. Let's go get the sand. So you need 20% of sand, and this is to not allow the clay to crack. I actually learned that sometimes like the grass that's on it actually makes it a very rich clay. So us having a little bit of sand, a little bit of different little particles in there, I guess makes it rich. This does come from the soil, but there is another way of making clay that comes usually from rocks. That is called dry processing. Now, I don't have dry processing rocks, or at least from what I can see. I may make a video about doing the dry process, and maybe we'll get a better result because this is my very first attempt doing this. But we're going to spread this out a little bit. And now we're going to put it into the clay. The Native Americans used clay as well, dating back from 4,500 years ago. Of course, with different tribes, they did it in different ways, but most of their pottery shows their culture and their people and what they were known for, showing the artistic side to pottery. And there we go, we got a piece of clay. That took a very long time. There are some cracks in it, but it is kneaded very well. I'm going to leave this out in the sun for a little bit longer. Okay, I can't be seen. I'm going to leave this out in the little bit longer outside. I'm going to just watch it, maybe get a little bit better when it comes to the way it looks. But I think maybe this is fine. If you are into pottery, please tell me. I'm not into pottery. I've never done pottery. This is my very first time making clay. There are other videos which I will link in the description to talk about other people making their own clay. But I'm very happy with the way this looks right now. It feels like clay. It's definitely moldable. I like this. This is a really cool thing. And throughout the video, I was talking a little bit probably about some history. And yes, we used clay for a lot of things, and we still use it today. Even in cement production, it's used. This thing will grow a different type of thing called ceramics. And ceramics are in everything. There is even a thing called ceramics engineering. The ceramics engineering is, well, used to make different types of ceramics or talk about them, or at least from what I know of. There's varieties. So thank you guys for watching. I had fun with this project, and I'm glad we finished it. Bye.